Hello children, welcome you all to the online classes. Today we are going to see lesson 15, The Lord Who Became a Blacksmith. Children, this is the story of a lord, okay? And how the Lord became a blacksmith, we will come to know in this story. Let's get into the chapter.
Once, Lord Habishma was making a journey. So here children, Lord means knight or a noble man, or you can say a powerful rich person. Okay. So once Lord Habishma was making a journey. So once upon a time, Lord Habishma was on a journey. Means he was traveling. He was going somewhere. Okay. On the way, his coach broke down. Okay. So on the way, what happened? On the way, his coach, as you can see in this picture, his cart is called as coach. Okay. So his coach broke down. Next, luckily there was a smithy nearby. Okay. So luckily what happened? There was a smithy nearby. Now smithy means a workshop of a blacksmith, where a blacksmith works. Okay. Now what is the meaning of blacksmith? Blacksmith is a person who makes and repairs iron objects. Okay. So the Lord ordered the coachman to call the blacksmith and get the coach repaired. Now coachman is a person who drives a coach. Okay, this person. Now what happened? The Lord ordered the coachman to call the blacksmith. Why? As you know, this coach was broken. The Lord ordered this coachman to call the blacksmith to repair the broken coach. Okay. The blacksmith did the work within no time and asked $1 in payment. The Lord gave it to him. Now next what happened? Within no time, a blacksmith fixed or repaired the broken coach. Okay. As you can see, he is the Lord Habishma is the coachman, and he is a blacksmith. Okay. So this blacksmith repaired the broken coach and asked the Lord to pay $1. Dollar is a type of money, rupee. Okay. In India, we use rupees, 1 rupees, 10 rupees, 100 rupees. In the same way, in foreign countries, they use dollars. Okay. So this blacksmith asked the Lord to pay him $1 as his payment, and the Lord gave him $1. Okay. On the way, the Lord was very sad and angry about losing $1. Now the Lord was very angry and sad. Okay, he thought that he had to pay $1 for such a small thing, for such a small work. He had to pay $1. Okay. He rode home, called his wife and said, "What a pity! He took a whole dollar for such a trifle." He took off the thing, heated it, gave a knock here and there, cooled it and put it back again, and gets $1 for that. The blacksmith must be making more money than I a lot. Here children, trifle means a thing of less value or a work of less value. Okay, a thing which has less value. Now, when Lord reached home, he told his wife that the blacksmith took $1 for doing such a small work. Okay, and he also told his wife that the blacksmith did nothing. He just took he heated the iron thing up and bet it with a hammer and cooled it and put it again. And for this silly small work, he took $1 from me. Okay. And he is thinking, the Lord is thinking that the blacksmith must be earning more money than him. Okay. His wife was also greedy. She said, "Why don't you try to learn that work? You watch that blacksmith for some time and take over his job. You can do all that by the end of the summer." So Lord's wife was very greedy. Okay. She wanted to earn more money. Okay. So she told her husband, the Lord, to learn the work of blacksmith and take over his job. Okay. So the Lord began visiting the smithy and watching the blacksmith at work. It all seemed very simple to him. He thought that there was nothing to learn much at all. Now the Lord started visiting the smithy. Okay, and why he used to go to smithy? To learn the blacksmith's work, as he wanted to earn more money. Okay, so he thought that it is very easy work and there is nothing to learn much and he can do that work easily. Okay. After a week, he made a smithy near his farm. He asked his coachman to fan the fire with the bellows. He himself took the hammer. Now here children, you can see this tool. This is called as hammer. Okay, so hammer is a type of tool with heavy metal head and it has a handle also. Most of you have this hammer at your home also. Okay, we used to hammer the nail in the wall with the help of this tool hammer. Okay, so and this thing, okay, this is called as bellows. Okay, bellow means a pipe like thing to blow the air. Okay, now after 1 week, the Lord started his own smithy. Okay, means he opened his own shop near his farm. He told his coachman to fan the fire with the help of this bellow. Okay, look, this is the coachman and this is the Lord. He started this smithy, his farm. Okay, and he asked this coachman to blow the fire with the help of this bellow. And he took his hammer to start the work as blacksmith. Soon a farmer came from a nearby village, bringing a piece of iron. He asked the Lord to forge a plow. Okay, now children, forge means to give shape. Okay, to give shape to an iron. Now, soon a farmer came to his smithy. Okay, and gave him a piece of iron. As you can see, he is a farmer and he gave this Lord a piece of iron to make or forge a plow out of it. Okay, now plow means in Hindi we call it as hal. Okay, किसान हल चलाकर खेत बनाता है ना अपना बीज डालने के लिए. Next, the Lord looked at him, took the piece of iron and thrust it into the forge. He put some coal on top and called the coachman. Hey there, blow the fire. The poor coachman did as he was told. He blew with all his strength. Now thrust means children to push. Okay. Now children, the Lord ordered the coachman, this coachman to blow the fire so that he can forge the piece of iron into a plow. And the coachman, as he was a poor person, he has to obey the Lord. He did the same as he was told. He blew the fire with all his strength. Okay. When the piece of iron was red hot, the Lord put it on the anvil and turned it to the farmer. You there, take the big hammer and beat it, be quick. Now children, anvil, here. Anvil means a place where blacksmith beat the hot iron to give it a shape. As you can see, this place is called as anvil. Okay, so when the piece of iron was very red and hot now, he put it on the anvil. Okay, here. And he ordered the farmer to beat it with the big hammer so that it could forge into a plow. Okay. Now, the farmer picked up the blacksmith's heavy hammer and began hammering at the iron. He beat so hard that sparks flew from it. The farmer took the big heavy hammer and started hammering or beating the hot iron so hard that the sparks started coming out of it. The Lord was very new at his work now, so he was taking help from the farmer and from the coachman too. Okay. The Lord took a small hammer and joined him. The big hammer went wham and the small one clank clank. The sound of hammers were heard everywhere again and again. The Lord also started hammering. Hammering means beating the same iron with the small hammer. Both the farmer and the Lord started beating the iron together. That the sound of the hammer was coming like wham, clank, clank. It was heard everywhere again and again. This wham and clank, clank, what is it? It is the sound of hammer. Means when they were beating the iron, the farmer and the Lord were beating the iron, then this type of sound was coming. Okay. The farmer saw that the iron had cooled and turned dark, but there was no plow coming out of it. The Lord thrust the iron back into the forge and ordered the coachman to blow the fire. Now children, the Lord ordered the coachman to blow the fire again. Why? Because the iron had cooled down. Okay, the iron had cooled down and it was not possible to forge the blow. Okay. As soon as the iron was red hot, he put it on anvil. The farmer and the Lord started hammering the iron piece again. The iron became thinner and thinner. Now, children, when the iron got heat up, the Lord put it again on the anvil to give it a shape of blow, to forge a blow. Okay, both the farmer and the Lord started hammering and beating the hot iron piece again. Because of the continuous beating and hammering, the piece of iron became very thin. Okay, it became very thin. Said the farmer, "We shall spoil the piece this way and all for nothing. What do you know about it, you fool?" The Lord scolded him. "Come, coachman, take the hammer from him and beat it hard." Now children, when the farmer saw that the piece of iron became very thin, he told the Lord that in this way we will not be able to make any type of blow. Okay, and the piece of iron will also spoil. When the Lord heard this, that farmer is saying all these things, he scolded him and called the coachman to hammer the piece of iron. Okay. Now, the coachman and the Lord began their work. Bang, clang, clang. But there was no blow coming out of the iron. Means the coachman and the Lord bet the iron very hard. Okay, but the iron was not taking the shape of the blow. Okay, there was no blow coming out of the iron means the iron was not taking shape of the blow. After a while, the Lord said to the farmer, "I have never seen such a poor iron as this. A blow will never come out of it." Now after some time, Lord said to the farmer that the quality of iron is very bad, very poor, and he had not seen such type of quality before. Means children, the Lord was trying to say that it was not his mistake, as the quality of iron is bad, and that is why the blow is not coming out of it. But in reality, children, the Lord did not know the work of blacksmith at all.